Welcome, Tommy. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just relaxing on my private beach, wearing my casual clothes, you know? I like to fit in with the common people who aren't allowed on my beach. But when they look over here with binoculars, I want them to say, yeah, that guy's one of us.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself for our readers that may not know you, and what got you into the world of MMA?
Well, I'm sure they've heard of me, but let's pretend, right? My name's Tommy Toehold. I'm a star in a very serious, very important MMA news show. We break all the big stories, really get in depth about the important things going on in MMA. Like that scary voice at UFC 159. What the fuck was that, right?
Your weekly videos are perhaps the funniest thing we see each week. How did you come up with the idea in cartoon style?
Well, the cartoon style was easy. I'm a cartoon, so that pretty much sealed the deal right there. The idea for Triple THS came to me in 1955. I was standing on the toilet in my bathroom to hang a clock, because you never know when you're gonna need to see the time while shitting, and I slipped and busted my head on the sink. That's when I saw the flux capacitor, and I knew time travel was possible, and so was the Tommy Toehold Show.
What inspires you, and how do you pick the topics for each week?
I'm inspired by hedgehogs. They're just so spiky and occasionally they're blue and fight morbidly obese doctors. They're the real heroes, you know? I pick the topics searching MMA forums for the least important news possible, and then I turn it into a way bigger deal than it needs to be.
How long have you been a fan of MMA?
I've been a fan of MMA since the conception.
Of the sport?
Since my conception.
What are your top 3 fights ever?
Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir 1, Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir 2, and Brock Lesnar versus Relevancy.
If you could create a 3-fight card of anyone throughout time, who would it be and why?
3-fight card, huh? Kind of a jip, isn't it? I'd be pissed if I paid money for a 3-fight card.
Okay, well, let's make it 5.
That's too much to think about. Let's just do 2. 2 fights, anybody in history. The co-main event is Amelia Earhart and a young Eleanor Roosevelt, and the main event would be Bob Sapp against another Bob Sapp.
Okay, why?
What was the question?
You're closing in on 15,000 subscribers to your YouTube channel in just over a year. What do you think attracts MMA fans to your page?
I give away free shit. That's pretty much what's keeping the majority of my audience. You take away the free shit, and you're left with about 13 subscribers to my YouTube channel. And 8 of those are spam accounts. The other 5 are my family. If you want YouTube subscribers, fight fans, give away free shit. Don't worry about the quality of your videos, or being on time ever, or having people's mouths moving. It's all about t-shirts.
Favorite 3 fighters of all time and why? Go!
Ah, too much pressure. Bedtime Bear, Funshine Bear, and Wish Bear.
Those are Care Bears.
Shit. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona.
Those are alphabetized states.
I can't think. James Toney.
James Toney is your favorite MMA fighter.
Freaked out, okay? Let's just move on.
Reader Dan Folsom asks, what is the funniest thing you've ever reported on?
John Jones.
Can you be more specific?
In general. John Jones in general.
At Coach3 Johnson asks, what do you think of fans that boo at events?
It depends on what they're booing about. If they're booing because they just don't like a guy, that's fine. If they're booing because the ref made a terrible decision, that's cool too. If they're booing because someone is in the clinch for 10 seconds, then we're probably in New Jersey.
What's the ultimate plan for you and what's next?
I think I'm gonna parlay this into a local government job, maybe mayor or city comptroller, but that's down the road. What's next is a nap on the beach, unpaid interns doing all the work for me, and a considerable amount of bad decisions. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I would ask you to stay, but I'd rather you didn't. Make sure you sign my guest book, though, on the way out.